Hello everyone and welcome back to Ravenport. Last time we were busy creating the sugar factory and also the pellet factory, and sugar factory's been busy processing overnight, and right now I am going to fill up the pellet factory with the beet pulp and the molasses. I've gone and purchased a trailer that can hitch to the back of our Kramer front loader. I tried to buy one in the last session, but yeah, the front loader will only take a dollied trailer, hence I had to just figure that out and buy one for that. Yeah, beet pulp has been filled up into the pellet factory. Just going to drop what molasses we have into the pellet factory as well. But I am going to have to go to the shop and buy some more molasses so we can get the pellet factory fully up and running. At the moment we don't have enough molasses to keep it going full time, so I'm going to buy some just to top it up. But yeah, plan for today is that I'm going to take the sugar that we've created overnight and load it up onto the low loader and take it to the sugar sell point, which I'm going to have to place, and I'll place by the shop. As you saw, throughout the night we harvested the rest of the sugar beet. That's now fully in the sugar factory, and also we have filled up to the max our sugar beet storage area just down here. So yeah, we've got enough sugar beet in the factory and in the silo to keep us going for a long time. So I'm going to get the sugar loaded up onto the low loader, take it to the shop, get it sold, and then I've got some pallets to bring back with me, which are going to be used today, because today we are going to try doing the biodiesel. So we've got a field of canola opposite there, ready to harvest. Okay, and yeah, we're going to harvest that, and we're going to try out the new biodiesel production, which requires methanol, which comes in the form of the tank pallets, and canola, which we're going to harvest. So yeah, I'm going to get that done, and I'll see you in a sec. These pallets do not want to do what they're told today. Okay, so we have loaded up the sugar, taken it to the sell point, and whilst we were at the store, we loaded onto the low loader 6 pallets of methanol and also 2 pallets of molasses, which I have deposited into the pellet factory. So yeah, we've got 2,000 litres of molasses in there now and 1,000 litres of beet pulp. So that should keep us going. And beet pulp is created at a better pace than molasses from the sugar factory. So yeah, we should be good to keep the pellet factory up and running with what it needs. Cool. So now going to turn our attention to the canola, which we're going to have to harvest, and I'm going to go get in the harvester right now, back at the farm. Go. The New Holland Evo, and I'm actually going to go back on what I said in a previous episode, and I'm going to add tracks to the front of the harvester. Reason being is I've noticed in some of the previous harvesting I've done, the header, both the cereal crop header and the corn header, seems to be quite heavy, and the front of the harvester does dip forward quite a lot, and especially on sort of uneven terrain, I have noticed that the rear wheels can lift up. So I want to avoid that, and in that situation I'm going to switch to the tracked to make it more stable. Just a bit of wheat left in the harvester there, which we needed to drop off. So I'm going to head to the large field, which has got canola growing in it. I've got the service trailer there and ready and waiting to switch us to the tracks, and then I'm going to do the headland and leave the rest for the worker. And whilst the worker finishes off canola harvesting, I'm going to place our biodiesel factory. So let's just leave the header there, get to the service trailer. Very handy this. Go in there, customize. So I think it sort of resets what you've already bought. So yeah, we've got the increased dark windows. I'm actually going to switch to clear. I've taken a look at it on clear and think I prefer it. Wheel setup. So we want the crawler track, which is going to cost us 3,500. We've already got GPS, and then the engine. We had it on the highest, yeah, 571. Okay, so let's go with that. Cool. So tracks cost us 3,500. How was that? You should notice when we pick up the header that it's not going to do a dip like it was doing before. Does it more so with the corn header? I'm guessing that that's quite a bit heavier. Yeah. If I go forward here and then brake, yeah, we should see that the rear wheels stay nice and stable on the ground. Cool, so let's get this fired up. We'll do the headland and then leave the rest for the worker. So I will see you in a short while. Okay, so I've done the headland of Canola, emptied the load. One headland got nearly a full harvester, and now I've set the helper going to harvest the rest of the canola. I need to set up the biodiesel plant, so I'm going to place it and then have to do a bit of terrain editing, and yeah, there's some terrain editing I want to do around here as well, so I might try and do some of that at the same time. But yes, the biodiesel plant is a mod that links through to the global company mod, and it is down here. Here we go, the biofuel plant. So effectively what this does is takes in canola and methanol, of which we bought the methanol pallets at the shop. I bought enough to fill it with the full, I think, 12,000 litres it takes. And then that factory, the plant, does its thing, processes the canola and methanol into biodiesel. And as a byproduct, I think it gives off digestate, but I'll have to check that once we get rolling. And then, of course, diesel goes into the green tanks here. Okay, so I want to get this placed, and when I sort of tested this out before, I'm going to have it this orientation as the pit where we get the digestate out of is we need to access, and then of course we need the space out the front to drop the canola and methanol in, and also we need the space to fill up a fuel tanker. So just popping up the help screen here, just looking for the best level that gets me closest to 85,000, so I know it's all going to be minimal terrain editing going on. Never like too much terrain editing, as that A, costs more, and B, means that it's going to have lots of bumps and stuff around it, so that looks to be good. Have a quick look at it. So this is the plant. The canola and methanol goes in this section. You can open up the hatch there to drop that in, so hence why I bought the front bucket for our front loader, as we will probably need to drop canola on the floor here. Then digestate looks to still here. Oh, sorry, it's not digestate, it's silage, of course. Yeah, digestate doesn't make much sense, but yeah, silage gets deposited here. And then here is where we fill up with the biodiesel that's created. Cool, so I'm just going to do a bit of smoothing around. Make sure that it's all nice and level, no huge bumps coming up to it. Get it all bedded in. Probably create a bit of space around it that's got the same texture, so you know there's a good amount of turning space for the vehicles that are going to be going in and out of here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we'll need a good amount of turning space up here for the vehicles to load up the silage. I think the right texture. That looks to be right. So we'll do some up here. Make it look pretty rough. Not going for very smooth lines and straight lines and everything else. This is a man-made factory, so it's going to have rough, bumpy edges and where dirt creeps in and all sorts of other bits. So yeah, that looks to be good. And plan for up in this area here is obviously there's going to be the growing of sugar beets here. It makes sense to grow sugar beets in this field, closest to where the sugar factory is. So I'm going to have to store the topper and harvester. So I'm thinking I'll put some sheds up here, amongst some other things that I might opt to put in there. Yeah, that looks to be pretty good. Oh yeah, there was one other area that I was going to terrain edit down here. Try and put a nice pathway down to the road. The edge of the field, as the low loader did sort of catch the top of the hill here. It beached itself whilst going up and trying to turn left here because it's too low, which makes sense. So let's just give this a bit of a dust edging, make it look a bit more real. Rain tank at 80% full on the harvester. Definitely not the best at terrain editing, but always like to give it a go. Practice comes perfection. Yeah, Ravenport has got some of the more basic textures. Seen some much better ones in the other maps. Cool, so that's going to do me for now. So next we've got to go get some canola over here and start loading up with methanol. So let's get in the agri truck, hopefully get to the harvester before it's full. Ah, it's full. Never mind. Also missed a patch here, which I'm going to have to tidy up afterwards. And up there. And the helper is never foolproof. Cool. So we'll get this unloaded. I'm going to start loading the methanol into the biodiesel plant. And then, yeah, we'll get some canola in there too and get it up and running. So, see you in a second. There we are. We've got the conveyor belts set up to collect the canola from the floor and it's feeding into the biodiesel plant trough. The methanol was all loaded in there by the tank pallets, and as you can see, we've got diesel being produced and silage as the byproduct. So yeah, we are 99% full of methanol, and we're going to be adding the canola in gradually via the conveyor belt. Might have to change the orientation of it. It does not reach over this way, but seems to be working for now, which is good. So yeah, really happy with that. And I think what I should do is, we've not filled up the Kramer since we bought it, used and serviced it, so let's see if we can fill it up. There we go. Our own homemade diesel. Excellent. Very, very happy with that. It's a great mod. And as you can see, the harvester is 80% full as well of canola. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough capacity. It's 50% full now, still a bit in the pile, and then probably got another one and a half trailer loads. So if I'm looking to have excess canola, I'm going to have to get some sort of grain silo, and I might try and find one similar to the sugar beet silo with a little conveyor poking out of it, so we can just set up the conveyors so there's no manual intervention. And yeah, I bought the bucket for the front loader today, but that was not needed in the end because conveyors have made light work of it. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Been a busy morning getting our biodiesel plant up and running. Later on I'm going to have to collect up the canola straw. I'm going to have to tidy up some of the bits that the helper missed, get some more canola put into the plant, and yeah, hopefully by then we're going to have some more sugar to sell. And then I would also like to use some of the feed pellets to get our animals fed. And as we can see, we have run out of beet pulp again. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, get the beet pulp topped up in the pellet factory. Yeah, big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Any tips or things you'd like me to do, feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, as always, your views, subscribes, likes and any comments are greatly appreciated. I am now up to 25 subscribers, so that is 2 more since the last time. I was on 23, so yeah, big thank you for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And yeah, hope you stick around to watch more. I'm probably going to only do a few more episodes on this map, and then I will be looking to conclude this series and start another one. Cool. But yeah, thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Catch you later. Bye bye.